Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Relationship and Marriage, aka Rema. My name is Enefia Duncan, and today we are joining the rest of the whole world to celebrate 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. From today, the 25th of November, all the way down to the 10th of December, it's 16 days of activism. And the theme for this year is invest. Invest to end violence against women. Invest to prevent violence against women and girls. And I'm ready to invest in it. I have written a book on domestic violence titled, I Am Not Your Punching Bag. And I'm going to give out this book free of charge to all of you that are interested in getting the book. All you need to do is hit the subscribe button and send me an email at askforthereals@gmail.com with the title of the book as the topic, and I will send you a soft copy of this wonderful book. Now, today we are talking about resist. Resist. That's the topic. And it's to all the women out there, resist gender-based violence. Resist battering of any form. Let me share some statistics with you, just two. One, a worldwide statistic, and the second one based in Nigeria. 50% of the women murdered globally are either murdered by their current partners or by their ex-partners. And 2/3 of the divorce cases in Nigerian courts today have battering as the primary reason for separation. That shows that domestic-based violence is a pandemic, a serious pandemic against the very fabric of society. So it's not to be joked with. It's something that is serious and it's something that is important. What you may not know, dear ladies, is that domestic violence is a cycle. And once you get sucked up into this cycle, it's difficult, very, very difficult to break loose out of it. It's possible, but it's difficult to break loose out of it. So don't even try to get sucked up into it in the first place. Now, what's the cycle all about? Stage one of the cycle is tension building. You have an argument, it's unresolved. The people are not talking to each other. Malice is being kept. You greet him in the morning, he will grunt his answer back to you. All right. Two of you are living in the house as strangers, zombies to each other. And then stage two, a little incident happens and he uses that to vent his anger on you and beats you up. Stage three, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know now. Sure, you shouldn't have done this now. So he's making up. Stage three is reconciliation. Stroke honeymoon. All right? That's where you have the term make-up sex. After he don't beat you finish, come on, have make-up sex with you. That's rubbish. But that is the stage. Stage three, reconciliation and honeymoon. It's all so sweet around you. And then after that, stage four is a period of calm. Everything returns back to normal. All is good. And then it starts again. Little argument, and the process begins again. Now, with each cycle, two things happen with each cycle. Number one, the intensity of the beating increases. Number two, the period of calm, all right, keeps getting shorter and shorter and shorter. First, it could be 1 month. Next thing is 2 weeks. Next thing is 1 week. It gets shorter and shorter and shorter. All right. So this cycle, once you get sucked up into it, it never ends. The only time it ends is whether maybe you are incapacitated or dead. God forbid it. Or you break out of the cycle by force. But don't get sucked into the cycle in the first place. Please don't get sucked into it. because it will do a lot of things, a lot of damage to you. Why should you resist? Why should you not get sucked up into the cycle? Why should you resist domestic-based violence? Reason number one is that it lowers your self-esteem. The whole point of domestic-based violence, the guy beating you up, is to lower your self-esteem. That is the whole point in the first place, is to lower your self-esteem. Number two, it could lead to psychological issues. I mean, you can get used to the beatings. And that's not a good thing to get used to. And get used to the beatings. Or you can go stark raving mad, hit the streets. I mean, because of the beatings. Reason number three, it could blind your eye. It could incapacitate you for life. In the heat of beatings, anything can happen. You can carry anything and use it on you. All right? And at the end of the day, what you really say, sorry, that's all. But you are incapacitated for life. Or, number four, what could happen is probably he kills you or you kill him in self-defense. But one way or the other, loss of life has happened. So you need to resist it. You need to resist that it doesn't happen to you. And people say, oh, I can't leave him because of the children. It is even because of the children that you should leave in the first place. Because when you stay because of the children and the children witness this thing going on day after day, night after night, it conditions them to believe that this is the way things are supposed to happen. So your daughters will accept domestic violence because their mother accepts it. Your sons will beat their wives because their fathers beat their mother and they take it as equal. They may even hate it while it's going on, but you are conditioning them for it. It's a psychological conditioning. So for the sake of the children, you must resist it. What do you do? How do you get out of domestic violence? The first instance that it happens is very, very important. Because that first instance is testing. So the first time he does it, resist it with all you have. Even if it's a small thing as a slap, show him that it is not acceptable. Resist it with all that you have. I know a couple that were just 2 months or thereabout in marriage, and for whatever reason, the guy beat the girl. She entered the kitchen, picked a pistol, came out. After him, he took off, ran out of the house. She followed him out of the house, and he ran out from the gate. And then she now turned her anger on his car. The car that he washes like 3 hours every day. She turned on the car, scattered all the windscreen, everything, bashed the car. She vented her anger on his most prized possession. And he came back and said, is it not just small slap? Yes, maybe she must have been extreme, but the point was proven that she's not going to take it one way or the other. And I doubt if he ever repeated that. I'm not saying you should go and break your husband's car, but let him know that it's not going to be accepted in whatever way you can. Number two thing to do, expose him. Sin thrives in secrecy. So if you say you're protecting your marriage, you want to hide what is happening inside your marriage, you will die in silence. So expose him. By exposing him, I'm not saying you should go on social media. That's too extreme. By exposing him, I mean tell all the stakeholders in his life, his family, your family, his boss, everybody around him that has any kind of influence over him. Let them know what is going on. All right? It will save you. They will talk to him. He will be scared that next time that you're going to go to these same people again. All right? And he may stop it. If this two doesn't work, then option 3, leave. Not divorce, so just leave temporarily. Your leaving will check some things. Number 1, if he's still interested in the marriage. If he's interested in the marriage, then he will do anything to get you back. But if he's not interested in the marriage, he will just say good riddance of you. And that means that the beating he was beating you was so that you could live in the first place. Thank God you've left with your life. All right? Now, if he's serious about having you back in his house, then you control the terms and conditions for your return. Number one, he must go through therapy with a psychologist, marriage counselor. The choice is yours, but the person must go through therapy, anger management therapy. He must go through therapy. All right? Now, if he agrees to go through therapy, he's serious. The very fact that he will humble himself to go through therapy shows that he's serious and is a good sign. But let him do the therapy and let him go through it from beginning to the end. Now, another thing he has to do, make sure he signs an undertaking. An undertaking with law enforcement or with the courts or even within the family, but let it be written in black and white and let him sign it that he will not do this again. That undertaking is very, very important, all right? Because at the end of the day, he may end up in court. So that undertaking is very, very important. It holds him. He knows that he has signed something. So it's a check on him. Please, do anything you think necessary. So I know some people even use traditional means, traditional undertakings. All right, but I won't recommend that. But if you feel comfortable with it, then do it. Do anything to save your life because your life is more important than your marriage. Let me shock you. The legal precedence for divorce, is steeped in violence. When Jesus was asked this question about divorce, he replied them that Moses allowed divorce because of the hardness of men's hearts. Because of the hardness of men's heart. Apparently, men in Israel were beating their wives because they did not find favor with them any longer. And Moses said, it's better, instead of this woman to die, it's better you give her a paper of divorce and let her go back to her father's house instead of you killing her. God even confirmed this in Malachi chapter 2 verse 16. He said, I hate divorce and the violence that causes divorce. So he has acknowledged that violence is the primary cause for divorce. So please, if you are in the cycle of violence already, try your best to break free of it. Or one day you may be incapacitated, or one day you will lose your life. And that is not my prayer for you. So please do something about it. Please share this message with your friends, your colleagues, anybody you think has this kind of problem. Please share the message with the person. And remember, I'm giving up my free book here. All you need to do is hit the subscribe button and send me a mail at askforthereals@gmail.com. Or you can send me a message on WhatsApp. My number is 080-233-85670 with the title of the book, and I'll send you a soft copy of this free book. Feel free to share the book with anybody you feel that knows it, that needs it, and then break free of domestic violence. Thank you very much. My name is Enefia Kudonka. Until next time, it is bye-bye and have a blessed week. Thank you.